Hey guys, Jeff here. Just wanted to share this quick Zoom. Everyone knows I do these virtual consults. This one's a little unique. There was conflict between the two female dogs in the household. One is a rescue that just arrived to the home about a week and a half ago, and her and the older girl, the older pointer in the home, they got into a little fight. Nothing major, thank God. The older girl had a couple little cuts and stuff. But I'm sharing this because this Zoom wasn't about solutions. This Zoom wasn't about how do we reintegrate the two girls with each other. This Zoom was about, in my opinion, the priority and the issue that is paramount here to the dogs getting along, and that is the older girl has cancer and her prognosis is not good. Her time is very limited, and my solutions offered were not about the dogs getting along. So these things happen in life. It sucks when our dogs get sick or get old, but again, I did want to share this because this wasn't a this wasn't a behavior or training solutions based Zoom. This one took a little bit different spin. So I just want to share that with all of you. So take a peek, and I hope this helps. If there's anyone out there dealing with the same thing, especially if you're fostering for a rescue and you have one of your dog or dogs that needs your care and attention and priority, hopefully this will help you. Okay, first of all, I thought your name was Destiny. So who do I have the pleasure of Zooming with?
This is Cassie.
Cassie.
And this is Destiny.
Yep. Okay. And Destiny is about 6 years old?
Yeah, that's what I'm told.
Gotcha.
Yeah, she's the foster dog.
Okay. And how many, there's another female dog in your house, right? Those are the two that got into it?
Yes.
And how old is your dog?
7.5.
And what breed?
German short hair pointer.
Gotcha.
And she, has cancer that's metastasized. So where's Indy? Is she over here? She eating her food? Oh, good.
I'm sorry to hear that.
Yeah, I'll show you her. This is our pointer.
Yeah. Aw, poor thing.
Yeah. So, yeah, she was struggling this morning, and then really didn't really want to eat her food and just ate a little bit and then went back to sleep on the couch, and
Right.
happy to see her eating.
So yeah, this is a little bit of a unique situation. Obviously, talking about your pointer is going to be kind of where we start, because that'll kind of tell me where to guide this conversation. It sucks. I mean, I've had dogs, especially middle-aged to not that old, that have gotten cancer, and it sucks.
Yeah. I mean, we've actually went through everything. When we found the lump, our vet found the lump. We, had it tested, then had it removed. Well, had it removed, then tested. Turned out to be, there were two. One was benign and the other was not. So she went through that surgery, recovered, and then, gosh, I feel like it was just a couple of weeks. And after, the incision healed and we did that follow-up visit, there was already like another lump that they were like, well, let's keep an eye on it. So it's just been aggressive. We did 3 different types of chemo and just couldn't get ahead of it.
Yeah. If you don't mind me asking, what's her prognosis currently?
She's in her final days. We stopped treatment after 3 of the chemos because it was just progressing so fast that the doctor was like, there's no point. We're not going to get ahead of it.
Okay.
So we've just been giving her pain medication for management. She pretty much just sleeps. Like, she likes to cuddle, so she'll be sleeping on the couch or, sitting next to us. and going out to potty, sniff a few things, and then saunter back inside, back to sleep. And she has free roam of the house. But like I said, she pretty much is only on the couch and only
Yeah.
gets up to go to the door if she needs to pee.
Okay.
And then she sleeps in our bed. And
Right.
Destiny has been, like when I brought her in, I got her acclimated to the kennel that we have in the bedroom. And I started to feed her in there so she'd start to feel like that was her safe space that she could go to. And she's been fine in there. So she sleeps in there, she eats in there. And even if I leave the door open to the kennel, she'll kind of like either hang out on the carpet in front of the kennel and play with her toy, or sometimes she'll just go lay down in the kennel with the door open. So she seems really comfortable there, maybe so much so that as soon as she comes in the door from going outside to potty, she goes straight to that bedroom. She doesn't feel super comfortable wandering through the house. So when this happened, it was kind of easy to keep them separate because Destiny kind of has been separate anyways.
Yeah.
Because we've been just acclimating her to the house, and it is a large house.
Yeah.
So I think she just feels comfortable with a smaller area that she knows she can.
And she's only been there like 2 weeks, right?
9 days.
Okay. All right. And now, so how bad was the fight? 'Cause they got into a fight, right?
Yeah, my husband is here and I'm going to let him kind of walk you through that, because what was happening was we were all outside. My dog was peeing. Destiny was outside with us. We were kind of doing stuff outside. Anyways, I'm walking back in. Normally the dogs are like right behind us. So Destiny will follow me. And our other dog is slower. My husband was out there too, and she will come inside if we're going inside. So I came in first and the dogs weren't right behind me, but I knew my husband was right behind me. And so I come inside and then I hear him screaming for my name. And then I hear the barking and then I went outside. So that's what, and then when I went out there, Destiny was continuing to go after our dog. And I kept, there was nothing I could do for Destiny at that point. She did not want to relent, but eventually she did.
Mhm.
And my husband was just, caught in the crossfire there.
Yeah.
So, Chris, I'll let you sorry, go ahead. Did you have a question?
Is your pointer okay? Was she
Yeah,
banged
did you
up?
not get the pictures?
Um,
I will show you. I'm gonna send a text message
okay.
to
Maybe I
you.
did. It was a few days ago. So
Um, yeah,
I think your husband got bit in the arm, right?
yeah.
Okay.
So hang on, let me see if
You know what?
this
Let me see if I
you
have them.
and I'm sending them right now to your phone.
Oh, okay.
So there's my dog and then my husband, and Destiny was unharmed. My phone was off. I just gotta, well, not off. It was disconnected from the Wi-Fi. So just give me a minute. No worries.
Got it. Okay. So your dog had a
Yeah,
muzzle injury.
yeah. She
Okay.
just got her. I mean, the worst one was the one on the top, and then I think under her chin, but it wasn't bleeding or anything. I think she just,
Yeah.
kept going after her face.
Right. All right.
Um,
So what are your plans and goals for Destiny?
I just want to find her a more suitable home. That's all.
Okay.
I don't think we're the right fit, and we can get into why. But
So she's not staying with you.
no,
Okay.
no. Yeah, it was a foster to adopt
Gotcha.
we were doing. But I mean, to be honest, regardless of the incident is definitely gives me pause. I mean, you never want to be afraid of a dog that's in the house. And her being so unpredictable, what I told Tony was, in Indy's last days, we have to prioritize her comfort. And so yeah, that comes first. And obviously the comfort of myself and my husband.
Sure, sure.
Having a dog that's unpredictable around a dog who is very docile.
So there was other incidents that caused you to conclude she's unpredictable?
Um, Unpredictable in our home with our dog, I guess is what I'm saying, because that's where she's gonna be living.
You're describing Destiny as unpredictable. So my question is, what other incidents lead you to that conclusion, or is it just this one incident?
The one incident is the one that leads me to that conclusion.
Okay.
And the only other thing that she does, while not violent, it was just if my dog walks by the kennel, she just loses her mind. When it
Okay.
happened the first time prior to the bite, I didn't think much of it. And it's consistent. Like last night, I let Destiny go out, do her business, come back in, get her settled in the kennel. Then we once the kennel door is closed, then we bring our other dog in and we have to like lift her into the bed. And my dog just walking over to the bed, like I thought, like I mean, Destiny was losing her mind, like the whole kennel was shaking. So that's what I mean by unpredictable, because she's such a sweet dog.
Right. So is
Otherwise,
all right. So we have the incident, and then we have the kennel territoriality. So is it fair to say that she's very predictable? You know exactly what she's going to do in the kennel when
but
your dog
she
passes
doesn't
by.
doesn't do it every time.
Okay. But it's only when your dog passes her kennel that aside
Yes.
from the incident, obviously the incident is the throbbing toe, so to speak. So, okay. All right. So the challenge with doing these Zooms, especially when there's conflict in the home with the dogs, is it's challenging as a trainer to not know the dogs and be able to be hands-on and assess them. And I'm going to be perfectly honest. The state of your pointer, I agree 100%. That is first and foremost your priority. Um, so I understand, as I understand it, Tony's seeking another foster, right?
Yeah, and that's why we wanted to talk to you, is give you the details of the incident that preceded the bite,
Yeah.
so that you can understand Destiny and identify a trigger, so that we just want to make sure we understand that, so we can make sure she's placed in the right home for her.
Okay, so that's not going to happen because 9 days in, there's no way for anyone to really gather information other than the two females had conflict with, in all likelihood, Destiny being the instigator, right? And obviously the younger, stronger dog, so that certainly plays a role, right? And I guess Tony has more information on Destiny's history of being around animals. My concern is your home. That's my primary concern. Um, Placing her, it really not under my purview because I don't know her. So I'd be literally talking out of my ass if I told you where. I'm just being honest. You know what I mean? It's one thing if she was staying there and we needed to come up with protocols and measures to work together and get the two girls to get along. But your dog, I mean, that's it. It's all about her right now. I
Yeah.
mean, Destiny's safe. She's rescued. She's saved. She's at the beginning of the rest of her life. Your dog, in my opinion, deserves peace, safety, and as much attention that you guys can spend with her.
Mhm.
So given the fact that you're able to keep them separated, that would be my recommendation right now, and not even worry about behavior.
Yeah, well, so what causes me concern about the separation is so this is, armchair diagnosis because I'm not a trainer. While I have
Sure.
experience training dogs, it's not my first pointer. It's not my first dog. I had a pit mix, then this pointer, and now, I've worked with Destiny, and I've fostered one other time before too. So it's not like I don't have experience with dogs. And with Destiny, she really needs to be in a home with other dogs that play. The only thing that I see that was different from the day that Destiny kind of snapped at my dog in a vicious way was the one day she did not get to play with another dog. My dog does not like dogs in her face. Destiny was very playful, goes up to my dog, she'll growl like, I'm not interested. Destiny goes at her again. My dog like snaps at the air, and then it was on. And she just really wants to play. She is not as happy playing with humans. She really needs to run with another dog. When I play with her, she'll play and tussle with her toy, but she really loves the chase, to run with other dogs, to just be a dog's dog. And that was the only day I could not provide that to her. And it seemed as though she was just very annoyed that she wasn't able to play with my dog. And then probably barking at my dog, possibly in a playful way. And then when my dog reacts and says, leave me alone, then she's just like, oh, no, you don't. you know?
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, and that's good information for Tony to have as far as placement goes.
Well, in my home, though, I feel terrible keeping her in the house here away from us and everything else. And she's not getting an interaction with another dog. That's why I'm so eager to, like, I tried to yesterday sign her up for like doggy daycare so she really needs to get that playtime, or she's not as happy. And I feel like she gets mischievous when she doesn't have that. But since she's not totally healthy, she has hookworm and garid. So I can't pronounce it. It starts with a G.
Giardia.
There you go.
Hmm.
And they won't take her. And so I feel like it's doing a disservice to Destiny, because this is like the worst case scenario for a dog who's active, is to just be hanging out in our bedroom.
From my understanding, where she came from, this is the best case scenario.
Oh, okay.
Think about it. Think about the life she was living before she got to you. I don't know where you live. It looks like you have a beautiful home. You guys are both experienced. It's my understanding your husband he does service training too.
Yeah.
Like if this happened in a lot of other foster homes, she'd be out of your house. She'd be out of that house already. So first of all, thank you for kind of like taking a step back and kind of letting things settle down before kicking her out of the house, right? Because that can happen many times with foster homes that are completely overwhelmed. So, and again, nine days in, and if your dog, and I'm not saying your dog was the instigator and accumulated over time and that Destiny just had enough, but your dog's also not feeling well, right?
Yeah.
So there's a lot going on there. So I understand feeling bad if you have to keep Destiny away and you can't satisfy all of her needs right now. She's safe. She's saved. She's not living in those disgusting, horrible conditions anymore. I'm sure you guys are loving on her. You're giving her some stimulation to the best of your ability on a daily basis. What am I missing?
Yeah. My
Right.
husband says you're right.
So, and again, I understand we always want to give more. Hi, how are you?
Good, thanks.
I understand we always want to give more. And again, I needed to know the prognosis of your dog because that dictated everything I'm saying since you told me what that was, right? You are doing Destiny a huge service. You literally are improving her ability to succeed in her next stop in life. And no dog interactions is better than a negative dog interaction right now. Okay, so kind of get that, kind of keep that in the forefront of your mind, even in house. And I'm a trainer. I've had dog, we adopt train wrecks at times, and sometimes it takes 6 months, even longer, to fully integrate our dogs. And we've had packs over the years, my wife and I, were even then very strict, controlled interactions when, especially, and I'm a pit bull guy, so with the same sex conflict with two pit bulls is a lot different than same sex conflict with an older pointer and a hound who was raised around other dogs, right? It's a lot
Yeah.
different. So we had to be very careful at times. It didn't mean that we didn't enrich their lives and fulfill them on a daily basis. It just varied over the years depending on the chemistry of the dogs that we've had. So you literally saved Destiny's life. You're giving her a wonderful, right now, safe, stable home to the best of your ability. And your dog comes first. So you cannot feel bad even if Destiny has to be in the crate and separated a little longer. Safety and peace, that's your goal right now, specifically for your dog.
Okay.
And, God willing, she has several weeks or longer to live. But if she doesn't, and you've had dogs before, their last time with us, we make sure that we do everything we can to spend with them.
Yeah.
That to me personally is more important than you finding Destiny a playmate.
Okay.
Right. So, again, and I could be wrong. That's just my opinion based on my personal experience and my time in rescue and training. Especially given the shit show that Destiny came from, pardon my language.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, think about it. She's like eating and drinking every day. Like,
Yeah. Yeah. Watching birds and yeah.
that's like the Mega Millions for her. Like,
Yeah.
and it just so happens that she has two loving people taking care of her who are actually interacting and giving her companionship. Like, she hit the jackpot right now. And again, even if you keep things simple and she has to be a little isolated right now, you are still setting her up for success in her next stop. And then all the meanwhile, making sure that your dog is priority during her last time with you.
Okay.
That's just my opinion. I'm sure other trainers may have different views. I just, given that you're a foster, given the fact that Destiny has proven to ultimately not back down to a challenge, right? Why would we put her? Do you ever go to daycares?
Yeah.
Yeah, I would never put one of my dogs in a daycare personally. Mostly because they're pit bulls. So even if they had to defend themselves, ultimately I'd be at fault. You
Yeah.
know, um,
Yeah. They get a bad rap.
yeah, but with Destiny specifically, she pretty much grew up in an environment where the dogs created the rules and the structure. So we don't know if she had scuffles over the years or what her history was specifically as it relates to other dogs. What we do know is that she's dog friendly and likes to play and play
Yeah.
hard, it's an energy mismatch in your home. So I would say, again, 9 days in, let's kind of take a step back, keep Destiny's life more structured, even if it is slightly isolated. You're still going to do what you can on a daily basis to give her some mental and physical stimulation. Obviously, her health, nourishing her, and I mean, literally, she has water to drink, right? So,
Yeah.
that's just my view. I'm not sure how you feel about that.
Yeah. Okay.
Is that fair?
Yeah.
And God, if something changes and and because again, the incident just happened, you guys are still navigating your emotions from that. We all do it, right? When we experience a dog fight, we all navigate our emotions, especially your girl was the
Yeah.
recipient. So again, just kudos to you both for like just taking a step back and not like and it's not unique to Tony, but just my rescue partners in general, they call them dogs got to go, get out today. Like, so thank you for that. Seriously, I mean that wholeheartedly. So I was, again, right now, just keep things simple, keep them separated. If you guys want to take the girls on a walk or something, that's a successful endeavor for Destiny to be around another dog. I'm sure your dog can't walk very long, but if
Yeah.
you wanted to do something where Destiny and what's your dog's name?
Indy.
Indy. You want to take Destiny and Indy for a little walk or something if it's a cool morning. That's a really good endeavor for you to spend time with your dog and to give Destiny some walking and exposure to, even though it's a dog she already knows. It'll be a positive notch under her belt, one step further away from conflict.
Gotcha.
So,
Okay.
sound good?
And do you think I need to be worried about having her around other dogs after this incident? The other dogs she has had a chance to play with at my neighbor's. One was a pit mix male. They were both males. Pit mix and an Australian cattle dog. The Australian cattle dog is like her favorite because he will just run and run and play and play.
Yeah,
Um,
males are a better. It sounds like males are a better match for her.
okay.
Just again, we don't know if it was indie or if it was same-sex conflict in general, right?
Okay.
We don't know if this was Destiny's first same-sex conflict in her life. I'm gonna guess it wasn't.
Yeah.
But so the male female chemistry is generally a better fit, especially if they're dogs more her level energy wise. So that
Okay.
if again, that's something you got to talk to Tony about, because I don't know what her rescue's policy is on dogs interacting with other dogs after conflict. That's
Mm-hmm.
I'm all for it, but it's not my dog, so you'd have to just defer to
Gotcha.
her. But if there's proven success, and when in doubt, walks with another dog are just as good as them beating the shit out of each other in the yard and having a blast, right? Because
Yeah.
it's mental and physical stimulation, and it's a non-event around another dog. Remember, a
Okay.
non-event is better than a negative event. No interaction with another dog right now is better than a negative interaction with another dog.
Okay.
So yeah, even if you just limit it to walks, and if the border is her favorite, then that might be an option for you to seek out. Even if it is once or twice a week until she leaves you.
Okay.
That will keep her social capacity and her social abilities stable and continue to improve and be playful around other dogs.
Okay.
All right.
Sounds good.
All right. Well, again, I am really sorry about your dog. I know, I understand what you're going through. It sucks, but just love the shit out of her with whatever
We
time
do.
she has left.
We really do. So no
Yeah,
worries about that.
I know. All right. Well, it was nice talking to you. If you have any questions, you can shoot me a text. If things change and you guys are going to decide to work through some stuff, we could have another Zoom, more protocol based, and how to integrate the girls and things like that. But first things first.
Okay.
All
All right.
right.
Well, thank you so much.
All right. Have a great day.